Yo, what's going on, internet friends? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensational as per always. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat, my weekly forum where we discuss the issues, things that might concern me, concern you, or anything in between, because the truth of the matter is that I do not have all the answers, and neither do you, but together through open-minded conversation, we can come up with a couple of solutions. So, this week we are trying to come in a little more positive, right? I kind of say it every week that this is a bit of a complaining forum for me. This is where I get out all my frustrations and angers and challenges and difficulties, and it gives me an opportunity to think out loud. I think inside a lot, and there was coming a stage where nothing was fulfilling me, making me truly, genuinely happy, and I needed to figure out, come back to center, a little bit come back to center. This is very much a stream of consciousness. And I first learned about Zizo's having a hub at the back of this. I get it, for sure, I get it. This is very much a stream of consciousness for me. And I first learned about stream of consciousness, or the concept of doing, I don't know if it's the act of doing a stream of consciousness or having a stream of whatever it is, documenting a stream of consciousness in dramatic arts in school, in drama. Shout out to Miss McCander, Karen McCander, one of the best teachers to ever do it. Really had a pivotal effect on my life. And the task was just to write. You write. No goal, no objective, you just write. Whatever comes to your mind, you write it down. And in doing so, you run out of superficial things to say, and you quickly get to the base of the issue. And that idea, that idea of being vulnerable to yourself, has helped me a lot. It's also helped me articulate a lot. I guess speaking a lot also helps me articulate because it's practice. But, it helped a lot in the process of getting things off my mind and off my chest, and allowing me creativity when I was making YouTube videos every week, and just flowing, that idea of flowing. That things don't have to be perfect for them to flow. I'm not quite sure what's going on here now. Damn, and now there's a car here. Yeesh. But yes, and in that it's been quite indicative that things have been a bit dark in my Kop. Eskom have been implementing stage 16 in my Kop. It's been a bit of darkness, even though there's a lot of blessings, and I speak about my blessings every week. I don't think there's a week where, yes, I'm complaining, but I hope I do a good job at articulating the fact that I'm in a very blessed position. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a very blessed position. And this week, the thing that kind of ticked me, triggered me, switched me on to this week's conversation was, I've mentioned in the past that I'm fortunate enough to be part of the Alan Gray behavioral advisor program. And this program's for old advisors, young advisors, and everyone in between, to kind of have a forum to learn how to be holistic financial advisors. Now, again, not to harp on about what I do for work, because this is not the forum for that, but basically, throughout my studies and throughout the time I've been, in even contemplating being a financial advisor, the idea of being a holistic financial advisor has been the only idea that I know, because I think it's such a privilege. What a privilege we have, To me, a financial advisor has always been the person who's kind of part of your life in a way. This is a person who you call when your kids get a scholarship, so that school funding that you've been saving for, it can be reused for something else. Or when you get a bonus at the end of the year and you want to invest some of it or put it away, or when you fall on hard times and you need financial guidance. This is one of those jobs where you are not forced, because I really have a genuine interest in people and their lives, and I always say that I'm a professional liker of things, you know. You're a professional liker of things and of people, and it fits into so many aspects of who I am as a person. I care about people greatly. Anyone who knows me knows that even if I'm beefing with you, if I'm angry at you, if I'm happy at you, sad at you, if I know you, I don't know you, I will make time for you. If you have an issue or you want to speak or something, I will make time for you, you know. And this is like such a cool career for me in that regard. And it also allows me the freedom to express my excitement and joy about the more boring things like investments and money and all of that stuff. Like, I have such a keen interest, and I always have, on the flow of money for individuals and businesses, and how people make money and how businesses make money and how that money is used and it's saved and invested. And there are so many things about this job. It really is a godsend, and I'm so blessed. But yeah, from that point of view, all I've known is to be a holistic financial advisor, you know. And I guess coming in, people, I've heard stories and seen examples of where that's not the case, and I've never quite known what that means. That basically means where you meet a guy, the guy says you need life insurance, and he sells you R1 million life insurance, whether you need or don't need it, and then he says, how much money you got to invest? And you say, I've got 500,000 Rand, and he puts you on some terrible fund that has nothing to do with your goals in terms of your time horizon, your risk appetite, nothing. He doesn't care. He doesn't look at your family. He looks at you as an individual, and you know, that type of thing. Okay, that was close. But anyway, I digress. So this behavioral advisor program is to facilitate more of that. It's to facilitate more the caring of people. And what we do, we have these groups that we break into. And it's very much like a group therapy session, in the sense that it's the same group of people, it's a safe space, which obviously I value, and you guys discuss the issues, things that might concern you, concern someone else, or anything in between, because the truth of the matter is that one individual does not have all the answers, but together, through open-minded conversation, we come up with a couple of solutions. Does it sound familiar yet? It's everything and more. And the way it works is one person will volunteer, they'll sit in the middle and say a problem that they're facing, a challenge that they're facing rather. And the only rule is that we're not allowed to give advice. And what that forces you to do is ask questions and make the person engage, you know. Like, as humans, I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but we want advice, but we don't want advice. We want solutions, but we want our solutions, but we don't know what our solutions are. We want them to resonate with us, but we want to hear them from someone else. We know what to do, but we don't have a clue what to do. It's a very interesting paradox. And we just ask questions, and it becomes very deep. In the same way that I was describing a stream of consciousness, you quickly run out of mundane questions to ask. Someone. Someone's going through something challenging. You quickly run out of. So how does it make you feel? You know, you start digging deeper and asking deeper questions and going to the base. You quickly realize that the problem the person presented in the beginning is not the root cause of the issue. It's not the real problem. This is just a symptom of the real problem. And by asking meaningful questions and caring, again, you can only ask the right questions if you care, which again is awesome. It's really awesome. I think being part of this program is probably one of, if not the biggest blessings of my year. And that's a huge statement, because I mean, one of the other biggest blessings has been the fact that our Timbuktu kids have made such huge progress in so many aspects. You know, maybe they don't see it, but I see the growth in them, and we've had big conversations, difficult conversations, and like my friends have been getting engaged, and like there's good things happening around. You know, there's good things happening around me. So for me to say that as on a personal level, this is one of the biggest blessings of my year, it's a big deal. But anyway, yes. Sorry, I zoned out completely there for a second. Okay. Don't do that. Basically, we were in the session, and someone that I look up to a lot, a very positive member of the group that has built a successful, by no measure can you say non-successful, a successful business, has a family, is a good dad. Well, what I would perceive to be a good dad, like presented a problem that we all resonate with, and that's kind of comes down to the crux of where this whole Let's Chat will eventually get me, is the fact that we are all so human, in the fact that we all have problems, and similar problems, man. Like we all have and it's not good to have problems. I'm not celebrating the problems, but in the same way, when we win together and we feel like we're part of a community, likewise it's comforting to know that we kind of face challenges together. As South Africans, we are so resilient. I'm going to use the same example that obviously everyone is going to use, and that is that feeling of when we won this World Cup again. It was, for people who don't care about rugby like myself, it didn't matter whether you cared about rugby before you didn't care. Like, I'm not going to go start watching whatever the rugby league is, but you care because your community, your tribe is in it together, and it's infectious, and that camaraderie is infectious. You kind of forget about the difficulties and the alonenesses, and you come together. You have a thing to discuss, a thing to be happy about, a thing to be together about, and it is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. But likewise in the darkness, what we tend to do, and let me speak for myself, what I tend to do is, okay, let's hambani, hey, let's go. What we tend to do is lock ourselves away. We tend to move ourselves away from our tribe or a group or people or person, because if one person can hurt us, that means anyone can hurt us, and the people that can hurt us the most are the ones who are closest to us, and therefore if anyone can be a threat, that means everyone must be a threat, and we must protect ourselves at all costs, which is understandable 100%, but it's also not right. We shouldn't be scared. Fear is the thing that has been holding a lot of us back from seeking the help that we really need. This Alan Gray program forces you out of your fear zone. Because whether you're sitting in the chair getting help or you're the one helping, you're forced to be confronted with issues. And issues that everyone faces, You're kind of forced in the tribe. That feeling of I'm not good enough, that feeling of everything's overwhelming around me, and the things that I can't control are the things that have the biggest control over me. All of those kind of things come up. And it's super interesting to know that, the fact that there are people around you that feel the same, that have been, I don't know if it's scared, shy, embarrassed. Embarrassed is a big theme. I think embarrassment's not something I think about often, because I don't often get embarrassed talking about my problems. They're all on YouTube. Most of them are this, but anyway, you're not embarrassed, it's challenging, it's difficult, and when you are told that your problems are valid and people affirm you and they remind you that you're doing a hell of a good job and that they're proud of you, that stuff goes a long way. And I thought it just went a long way for me, but it goes a long way for everyone, I find it important to be a Bob the build-up to people, because I know what it's like to not be built up. I know what it's like to not be told I'm proud of you. Like, those are simple words that go so far. They go far. They really go far. When people say they're proud of you and they mean it, it's hectic. It's a bit of a game changer. But again, maybe that speaks more to me, resonates more with me. But go, do it. Go be there for people. You know, if you're going through a difficult time, go and try and be there for someone else, even if it's just to listen to their problems, and just listen and ask them more about how they're feeling and how they got to that place. And you know, and you'll see that there's an inherent good feeling in giving. You know, people always say it's better to give than receive, and I've always thought about it materialistically, because I like receiving for the most part. That sounds hectic. That sounds insane. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. It's nice to receive gifts, material objects, but it's very difficult to receive emotional support, especially if you're used to giving it. You know, because you know how much it takes to give support, and to receive support is like, what, do these people have capacity? Do they really care? Do they care? But the truth is that there's a human experience in all of us, and don't ever minimize your human experience against someone else's, and never minimize someone else's human experience against yours. You know, take people as they are and as they come, and let them positively surprise you. People also negatively surprise you, don't get it twisted. I've been negatively surprised a lot this year. I was surprised to the point where I had to start Let's Chat all over again, because I was so negatively surprised and rejected. It was insane. You know, it sent me to the shadow realm. It sent me to the shadow realm. But then you build up again. You have one of these, and then people say stuff that's like positively affirming. And is there like a selfishness in sharing problems to hear good things back? Yeah, I think there is. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't. But it's also like, where's the balance? And man, we can go on and on and on. But the point of my message today is a positive one overall. Internet friends, I'm proud of you. I care about you, and I think you're doing an incredible job, and I mean that thing. Every time I say that, I mean it, because I know the 30, 40 people who are watching this thing, well, more like 10 to 15 to 16. But Oxalayo, like, I'm proud of you. Doing a bloody good job. And I'm still trying to convince myself of the same thing, like, am I doing a good job? But for the most part, I understand the theory behind, you know, the positive affirmations and stuff. And, you know, through a lot of the tools that I've learned and built and created, it's been very positive for me. It's been a good place, and we're trying to be in a good place. That's the goal, obviously, as a human being throughout the human experience. It'll never be perfect. Even if you find your tribe, you'll fall out with your tribe, or your tribe will fall out with you, and things will be hard, and like tough times will come, and difficulties will but we will weather the storm. You know, we will weather the storm, and the ultimate goal is life everlasting in happiness. You know, whatever that means to you. For me as a Christian, that means my time in heaven with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But whatever that means for you, you know, that's the goal. And the goal is not to chase these things here on earth, you know. At the program, this guy, oh my days, please cut me off like that. Please, I beg you, do it again. Show me how it's done. Cut me off one more time. Please, I beg you, cut me off. Anyway, this person has achieved, you know, cool. This person has achieved financial security to a large degree. I wouldn't even say to a degree, to a large degree. And he was saying, it's not what I long for. It's not burning. My fire is not burning the same way it used to. The oil in the lamp is low, and I don't know how to refill it. Because we're all in a bit of survival mode, and as the world is in turmoil and chaos, so too must we think about each other and remind ourselves that everyone's a human who needs love, support, and affirmation. And I realize I'm a very soft individual. I'm always talking about soft things. I'm a bit of a bozo like that. And Like, I don't care. I'm learning to embrace it more and more and more and more and more and more and more, because I'm surrounded by hard people in this life, and if I must be soft for myself, then so be it. But anyway, internet friends, I'm trying to be soft on myself. It's not going well, but I'll get there one day, and I hope you get there as well. Let me know your comments, feelings down below. But as always, thank you for rocking with me. Until next time, remember to love life and all the people in it. We're living.